Now let's solve this problem. And the question says that the sum of the first 10 terms of the linear sequence is 5. And the sum of the next 10 terms is 215. Find the sequence. Now, a linear sequence. In this case now, what we're going to do is that they said the first 10 terms, the sum of the first 10 terms of the linear sequence is what? 5. So what it means that sum of the n10 is 1 over 2 bracket 2a plus n minus 1 times d. This is the formula for sum of n terms. So sum of the first 10 terms will be 10 over 2 into bracket what? 2 what? A plus what? 10 minus 1 times d. Then this will give us 5 into bracket 2a plus what? 9d. So what is the sum of S10 is what? 5. So we're going to have 5 equal to what? 10a plus 45d. So our equation 1 will now be what? 10a plus 45d, because 5 times 9 is 45, is equal to 5, equation 1. Now let us look at the next one. I said what? And the sum of the next 10 terms is what? So that means the first 10 terms plus the next 10 terms, let me put it that way, 10 terms should be equal to what? So the sum of what? X20. And that means that what? That means the first 10 terms, this is first what? 10 terms. Let me say 10 terms plus what? The next 10 terms is what? X20. And if you check, the first 10 is what? 5, the sum of the first 10 terms. Then the sum of the next 10 terms is what? 215, which is equivalent to X20. So that means X20 is what? Is equal to what? 220. That's what it means. That means 5 plus 215 is 220. Now what we're going to have now is simply, now we are going to say that X20 now is what we're going to do. That means we are going to sum the first 10 terms of the linear sequence. We sum it with what? The next 10 terms to make it X20. 10 plus 10 is 20. Knowing that the first 10 term is 5 and the next 10 term is what? 215. So all together will give us what? 220. So we are going to combine the two of them, which we did. Then we got 220. Now X20 is equivalent to what? Saying 20 over 2 using the formula 2a plus n minus 1, which is n is equals to what? 20 minus 1 times d. So what do we have? This one is 220 equal to 10 into bracket 2a plus 19d. So that will give us what? 20a plus 190d is equal to 220. Let's call this by equation 2. Now, if we call that equation 2, so let's say 20a plus 190d, this times this times this is this 220 what? Equation 2. Now let us solve equation 1 and 2 simultaneously. What do we do? Multiply equation 1 by 2, then multiply equation 2 by 1. Why do I do that? Now if you check, this is 10a, this is 20a. So to eliminate a first is to multiply equation 1 by 2. So once you multiply this one by 2, it becomes what? 20a. 2 times is 28 plus what? 90d is equal to 2 times what? Over here, 2 times 45 is 90d. Then 2 times 5 is 10. So let's call this, let's say, equation 3. Now let's subtract what? Equation 2 from 3. Subtract equation what? 2 or 3 from what? From 2. So what do we have? This minus this will give us 0. Sorry, this minus this will give us 0. This minus this will give us 0. Sorry. Then 190d minus 90d will give us what? That should be 100d is equal to what? 220 minus 10 will give us what? 210. So what do we have? Divide both sides by what? By 100. So d will be equal to what? Therefore, we got what? 21 over 10. Sometimes we can say 2.1. So 21 over 10. Now, having gotten that, let's substitute it into equation 1. You can as well substitute it into equation 2 or 3. So if we put it into 10a plus what? 45d equal to 5. I mean, anywhere we see d, put what? What do you call it? D there. Anywhere we see d, put 21 over 10 there to replace it. So what do? We go ahead, 10a plus what? 45 into bracket what? 21 over 10 is equal to 5. So what do we do now? Let's say 5 here 2, 5 here 9. So we would have 10a plus 9 times what? 21 will give us what? 180 what? 9 over 2 equal to what? 5. So now, if you get that, let's make a the subject of formula. So therefore, 10a is equal to what? 5 minus 189 divided by 2. So what we have? 10a equal to what? Find the LCM. If you do that, I would have what? 10 minus what? 189 divided by 2. So what do we have there? 10 minus 189 will give us what? 1 minus what? 10 minus 189 will give us 179 over 2. So divide both sides by 10, therefore a will give us what? Minus 179 over what? 20. That's what we want to have as a. Now, if you get that as your a, we can get the sequence, because our first term simply will just be what? What's our first term? C1 will now be what? A. C2 will now be what? A plus D. C3 will be equal to what? A plus 2D, and so forth and so on. So this one should be our first term, which is what? Minus 179 divided by 120. Let's check what it will give us if you use calculator. Minus 179 divided by 20 will give us what? Minus 8.95. So this will give us minus 8.95. So the next one will be what? What will be your next one? The common difference is 2.1. This is 2.1. In case you don't know. So you just add 2.1 to this. So minus 8.95 plus 2.1. What do we have? This will give us what? 5. Then 9 minus 1 will give us what? 9 minus 1 will give us 8. Then we have 6 minus 6.85. So if you continue to add it, then plus 2.1, you are going to have that. Let's confirm it. Yes, minus 6.85, correct? Then the next one, you can get the next one by doing the same thing. So the first thing is gotten already. So this one will now be what? Minus 8.95 plus 2 times 2.1. So you keep getting it. So that will give us what? minus 8.95 plus what? 4.2. And if you do that correctly, you are going to be having what? Um, that will now be giving us minus 4.6, 4.75. So as you continue like that, you keep having this result. You keep having results. Just like when you all see what? Minus 8.95 plus what? 4.2. So we have 5, then 7, we have 4 minus. So we are correct. So just get your first term as of minus 8.95. Second term will now be what? Minus 6.85. Third term will now be minus 4.75, and so forth and so on. So that will be your final answer for this question. So the question they ask is say find the series. So our series is this result. Keep learning, because the day you stop learning, then is that day you will stop knowing things as you're supposed to know. Thank you. God bless you. Enjoy your day.